Hi, good morning everyone. Firstly, thank you for the beautiful introduction. This segment that what I want to share with you, if you see I'm wearing this beautiful uniform, this is the uniform of in-service. But let me give you a bit about the history, where this concept come, or where did it come, how was it born, who created it, why was it created. To be very frank, this is created by our beautiful founders, Dato Sri Vijayeshwaran and Mr. Joseph Bismarck, or we call him Japa or Japadas, with love. So they started this concept of giving back. In service meaning being there to serve. 2001. That's the year that the company created its first big convention. It was not a big crowd, but it's still a big convention. It was a 5-day event. So who are going to run the event? Are we going to hire people from outside to run it? But then Dato Sri says, no, it's our event for our people, we should do it. So that's where all the leaders were selected, handpicked, and what we did is arrange the ballroom, put the chair in order, making sure people are flowing in correctly, making sure the security is taken care, your well-being is taken care. There's a lot of things what in-service does. So what happened then? The following week on, Dato Sri said, let's not call crew. Crew is someone you hire or working for an organization. These are our own people. They are not paid. So he gave the name in service to this group of people. Or today, ISB is an organization by itself. So we have huge, more than 3,500 ISB graduates, because you have to go through a training to get graduated. It's called ISB training. But this group of people, your uplines, I will say, now many of them are already B partners today, AVPs. These were the people who literally opened the door for you to come in and be comfortable and seated to have a wonderful experience in this beautiful VCon. Year in, year out, more people say, hey, I want to be in service, I want to come and serve. So then, in 2007, this concept, let's take it to another level. So this is where Chief Patman went and seek advice from, of course, our founders, our beloved Dato Sri and Japa, say, how can we formalize? So they sat together and shared, they said, make a training out of it, and so that their mindset and understand why they are doing this. What is the main purpose of this? In-service is something which we have to build within, and it has to stay with you, because being in service, not only during events, you are in service at home, to your family, your parents, all right, to your kids, beyond you, right or not? Service above self. So you know why I love our company? But why I love our founders? Because they instill these values. So qnet or the V, it's just not about making money. It's about making you to make the money, fulfilling your dreams, your people's dream, but main thing, humbling yourself. It's making that person, you know. I don't know, money cannot even buy that. Now, I can talk about it more and more, but I want to share this platform with my other brothers and sisters who are part of the core in service. See, we have core in service, we have the alliance, we have the HODs assistant. All these are titles given because we run big event, right? When you do a physical event, it's about 20,000 people. So this has to have systems to run it. So we have this echelon and all that, but title means nothing. Everyone there is only for one purpose, is to serve. Can I please get number 2? Please share. How was your first experience serving at a VCon?
Well, it's always been a privilege, number one, serving by your side. Talking about my first in-service experience for the V, it was a leadership camp in Sri Lanka. But talking about VCon, it was in 2004 V Euro. You know, it was in Greece, and I went in as a participant. But I guess the team was small, and I was called upon to serve. I was given a chance to be part of the team. But later, for the next VCon Dubai, I was again chosen. And ever since then, whenever I put on this beautiful uniform, I get to know that I'm contributing to something bigger, and without expecting anything in return. It's quite a humbling experience.
My first experience in service, actually, I went to Recon, okay, as a participant, all right. So once I reached at the venue, and then number one approached me with very simple statement. Can you help me? I said, yes. Can you help me to serve coffee and tea to our founders? I said, okay, no problem. So Chief, you are in the F&B department. I said, F&B department? I'm in the F&B department. I said, okay, no problem. So what happened day after day, years after years, until today, this concept of servant leadership is, I think, is very important in our industry. As a leader, we need to serve others.
My first opportunity of becoming in service was way back when I attended the VCon as a participant. As I reached the venue, I was called in by founders and the chief to become a part of in service. I'm so thankful to our founders for giving me this opportunity to serve. If you want to grow as a leader, start serving at your local team events, then leadership camps, VLCs, come to ISB and become a part of VCon.
From my first in-service with Thailand, it was instilled in me. It is about the participants. They are the VIP. It doesn't matter if I'm tired, I'm hungry, my feet hurts, I'm sleepy, or I'm distracted. The show must go on. And this is something that I've taken back and how I live my day today. No matter what's happening around me, the show must go on because somebody out there would need my 100% today.
Well, I got started by chance. Right? I attended an event just like many of you as a participant. Right? We didn't have a structure like the ISB structure that we have today. So when we went for the event, I saw Dato, Sri, Japa, Manolad, and Chief. They were actually practically doing everything. Direct comes to me, Chief comes to me and said, Giri, can you do this? Can you do that? And then I said, no problem. And I enjoy doing this because ultimately it's so nice to see the faces of people when you are there to help them. Dato Sri always says that service is the way to go. And as far as I'm concerned, service is love. And that's why I love doing whatever I do.
I have been part of ISB for many years now. And today, I'm blessed. I thank God that I go through this journey because this journey helps me to reveal who I am. And I am looking forward to many breakthrough that I thought I cannot do it. But the process of ISB allow me to realize otherwise. So I will encourage everyone out there to take this opportunity to make ISB as part of your life because there is a lot more for all of us to discover about our true potential.
I've been called to serve in 2004. A lot of funny and challenging experiences came across. The challenges came with the experience was we are very few. At that time, we used to multitask and managing security and translation at the same time. And we are very proud to be part of this community of the ISP.
My first VCon is in Bali, and almost 23 years already I'm still in service. I would like to say that our mentor, founder Dr. Sri Vijay Iswaran and Joseph Bismarck came down in the ground, carry the bags, all the participants' bags and preparing the manual, everything. When I saw that, it enlightened me. I didn't see anybody, any other founder, any other company. I didn't see that. So the more I serve, the more I understand myself better. You serve others, you will grow bigger and bigger and bigger.
The first time I served in VCon as in-service was an amazing experience. And I emptied my cup. Yes, I filled my cup with many learnings. But I think the most awesome thing was I left VCon feeling even more thirsty. Reason being, when I was there, many of my boundaries got pushed and I discovered things which I thought I couldn't do previously, but I did it. So there's no looking back. I just continue to serve each and every year, knowing that we are contributing to a greater cause of touching 1 billion hearts.
In September 2005, while I'm in Sudan, I had a call from Direct, Mr. Manuel Gonzalez, to come and serve at vThailand. I was serving by the side of the leaders, and I realized that in order to lead, I have to serve. And to touch 1 billion hearts, I must focus on giving rather than receiving. Serving has definitely made me a better son, better husband, better father, and better person. Much love, and God bless you all.
I still remember to this day the very first time I was in service. I was barely 3 months old in the company. I was hired in the V Corporate, but after 3 months, V Malaysia had just finished then. I was asked to fly again to serve in V Malaysia Revisited in the year 2006. I was assigned to the AV department, even though I didn't know anything about music. Videos, yes, but music, nothing. But because of that experience, I learned so much and still continue to learn until this day. But I remember clearly until now the feeling of excitement, the feeling that I was learning something new, the challenge, and just being happy because I was part of something bigger than myself.
Well, my first time serving as in service was at VCon 2014, guys. It was 1 month before the VCon. I was given the role and responsibility as bridge. That was the VCon that I truly understood and learned the concept of AAA, adapt, adjust, and accommodate. The way of leadership in ISB. Okay, if anybody would ask me right now, what kind of leader do you want to be? Trust me, guys, I will choose servant leadership because that is the only way forward to be a great leader.
We would have a lot of network events around the world, so it's getting bigger. So I said, let's make this official. The in-service Brotherhood came. 2007, we did the first boot camp, and that's where I really formalized our group, the core in-service. Core in service, we were not getting salaried, but we were networking from the heart. And these are my family, the core in service. And now the in service Brotherhood is getting bigger and bigger. And that's how I learned really to be in service from the heart. Thank you very much. Back to you, number one.
Okay, then you just heard from Derek. All right, but what I want to share with you is now to bring up the person who Dato Sri and Japa gave the baton and responsibility to make this happen and run it from your heart is Chief himself. So I would like to call Chief on stage, all right, to address all of you and talk about in service further. Chief, all yours. The people are waiting for you.
Thank you, number one. Thank you, number one. Thank you, core in service. And today, I'm standing here with the uniform. And I want you guys to listen very carefully wherever you are in the world watching this right now. This philosophy, this DNA of in-service, I believe, has become the reason why we have grown the last 23 years. Now, my first understanding of this concept goes back, I think, to 2001. When I was on a cruise. We had a cruise those days where we had a training, like a VCon, but on a cruise. Few hundred people. And I'll never forget the day I arrived at the cruise with my luggage. We had to check people in. We had to organize the luggage, the rooming. And until about 3 o'clock in the morning, Japa, Dato Sri Vijay himself, were managing the check-ins. They were carrying luggages of our IRs to their cabins. And I naturally went to help. And I was watching Japa and Dato do this. And that was the moment I understood the value system that will take us to greater heights. You see, it's easy to forget where we come from. Japa and Dato Sri started this company from humble beginnings. All right, they were not children of rich parents. They didn't have any money when they started, but they started with the dream. But their intent was to retain this core DNA that we are here to serve. And if we make money, fantastic. If this company grows huge like we are today, the fastest growing, biggest e-commerce network marketing organization in the world, now you won't believe me, but that was not the focus of the founders. This was a product of their sincerity to help people, to serve people. And as a young man, I had a conflict in my mind because network marketing is about edification. You know, though we partner, and then they walk, and it's about wealth and success when I was very young. But Dato Sri showed me that to be a true leader, and some of you watching right now, you're still young. You may have one referrer, one downline, two downline, 20, 2,000, 20,000, it doesn't matter. If you start your journey with the in-service mentality, I promise you, your organization will grow. Nobody will leave you during tough times. Your income will grow as a byproduct of your service towards your downlines. Now today, there is no other organization on this planet where events like VCon, Zone, all right, any event, even corporate events of QI, qnet, is managed and 100% supported by this amazing group of people, the in-service Brotherhood. Now, what this group consists of are millionaires, max out kings and queens who recognize the fact, all right, that their journey to success was on the foundation of service above self. That we are standing today as an organization, as a company, based on the foundation built by our great founders, that no matter what we do, we serve above self. Now, you have come to VCon, some of you, and you are now watching me live from Kuala Lumpur, Dubai Marina. Contradiction, Dubai Marina, okay? And all around me in this ballroom today, you can see these red uniforms. Men and women who believe in this philosophy of our great founders, that you must learn that if you want to build an organization that will last, build it on the foundation of service. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Chief, how do I apply it in my network? It's very easy. Serve your downlines. Now, being in service doesn't mean you are weak. That great warriors are in service to their people, to their communities, to their citizens. If you look at Mahatma Gandhi, our icon of Dato Sri Vijay, Nelson Mandela, Mother Teresa, these were strong personalities, but they were consistently in service with a purpose greater than their own. And this is fundamentally important. And you heard the members of the core in service. And Direct Manolet has been there from day one. I'll never forget me and Manolet serving in the early days. Number one, number two, crew chief, the pillars of Dato Sri and Japa, all the members of the core in service. They have dedicated their lives, right, to fulfill the vision of Dato Sri Vijay to touch 1 billion hearts through the philosophy of service. Now, if you look at your ballroom today, wherever you are, you will see members of the in-service brotherhood. They may be in uniform. They are organizing your event. They are opening doors for you. If you come to VCon, there are US dollar millionaires arranging chairs, serving you coffee and tea, looking after your entry and exit to the arena. This has never been seen anywhere else in the world, and it cannot be duplicated without sincerity. Now, I remember the words of Dato Sri Vijay. He said, Patman, what we must be proud of is not only how many millionaires we create, is how many millionaires we create who remain in service to their people. So this philosophy of service above self, the pride I have wearing this uniform, is why I stand here today. That no matter what happens, the in-service brotherhood and sisterhood will always be there for you. And I have so much gratitude towards Japa and Dato Sri Vijay that they made this company grow with this philosophy. Not about money, not about profit margins, but every time you hear them speak on VCon, on any event anywhere in the world, you hear these words: serve above self, humility, love, care, being there as a brother and sister for each other. That's the in-service brotherhood. And you heard from the core in service, we have so many people around the world that I can land anywhere in the world today and be totally okay, because I know that we have a member of the in-service brotherhood in every freaking country on the planet. So to each one of you there, find out from your uplines, when can you qualify to be part of this in-service brotherhood camp, to start your journey with the V leadership camp, and then make your way up to the in-service brotherhood camp, and then be proud when you are given a uniform. Right? I have never used uniform before besides school. And I don't believe in compliance of wearing anything in uniformity. But this one, when it's laid out in my bed every morning before I start VCon, I look at it with so much pride, because you see, this is just a t-shirt. But every thread in this t-shirt represents the DNA. It represents every VCon, every event. And ISB is not only about events. That our ISB brothers and sisters on the ground has supported QNet and the V from every aspect, because they are ready to serve above self, guys. So this is Dato Sri Vijay's jewel in his crown. If you ask Dato Sri Vijay what he's proud of, it's the philosophy, his in-service family. Every VCon, he will come and address in-service 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, without fail. Alright? And this year, this VCon, even though we are not running a full-fledged physical VCon, Dubai, alright, our broadcast center in Dubai is run by the in-service. Your AVPs, your V partners, all your uplines, they are in service. And in service doesn't only relate to the uniform, it relates to a mindset, it relates to the heart of each individual upline, guys. Now we have another group of amazing people called the Alliance. We couldn't record a video for all of them to speak in a long video, but the Alliance decided to also express who we are. Don't get me wrong, we are not always in the uniform. Yes, chief, we are a family. We have some crazy fun, guys. All right, if you are here with us every night, okay, we sit down exactly like a family. We laugh, we talk. That serving at VCon, serving Japa, Dato Sri Vijay, serving all of you is not only a sense of duty, but it gives us so much joy, okay? And the Alliance put together a music video, which I believe will go viral, all right? The Alliance are a bunch of crazy, amazing, beautiful people, my brothers and sisters, all right, who are proud to serve Japa and Dato Sri. And I want you to remember one thing. Your journey to max out will happen after this week-on. But as long as you're taking every step towards that goal of max out, never forget, the foundation you are walking on is called service above self. Now let's watch my crazy brothers and sisters of the Alliance. I love you guys, Alliance.
in-service